place.
Where'd they go?
Damage. CQB.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load.
Hey.
Or, you know, if you need anything proofread.
Situation. You are in where your head is. You can't possibly comprehend.
Expected. Free for the taking.
It's not too late. Stop. Turn around. You have
Hacking
that
this is
option.
beyond me.
Not a lot of people can say that.
Sweet. Hey,
What can shoot?
your thoughts?
I needed a trip like this.
Nothing else for now.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Now we're
Initiating intruder. Initiate directive. Omicron. Protect Kellogg. Critical failure.
We've seen better days, haven't it?
Hey.
Lot of caps went into building this place. Talk about waste.
You got guts and determination. It's admirable. But you are in over your head in ways you can't possibly comprehend.
Hello. Goodbye. Directive received. Destroy intruder.
It's not too late. Stop. Turn around and leave. You have that option. A lot of people can say that.
We should get under that. Hey, something. That's the war, huh?
just up ahead.
Got it.
My sins are standing down. Let's talk. There he is. Most resilient man in the Commonwealth. Funny. I thought I had that honor. Let's, talk.
Where is my son? Where is Sean?
Pal, I'm just a puppet like you. My stage is a little bigger, that's all. Sean's a good kid. Bit older than you expected, am I right? But he's doing great. Only, he's not here. He's with the people pulling the strings.
Tell me where he is, damn it.
Fine. I guess you've earned that much. Sean's in a good place. Where he's safe and comfortable and loved. The place he calls home. The Institute.
So where is it, huh? This institute. How do I get there?
Haven't you been paying attention? You don't find the Institute. The Institute finds you. You open the closet, it's just a closet. You can never find... But I think we've been talking long enough. We both know how this has to end. So, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Question is, are you?
Attacking.
Don't worry, your arm's still attached. I think.
You're not as soft as I thought. Sorry for it. Came all this way for nothing.
Back and scrappy for you. Held your own, Blue. Stuff you
Hell yeah.
probably in better shape than anything they sell at market. So it's probably fireless.
Hey,
Point, got something for me?
that was all I had.
Sure.
Heads up.
Shoot.
Going up.
People of the Commonwealth, do not interfere. Our intentions are peaceful. We are the Brotherhood of Steel.
This is Ellie Perkins from Valentine's Detective Agency with a message for Nick's partner. We've got a new case and it sounds urgent. Stop by the office. I'll be waiting. Setting this to repeat. This is...
Hey, see that big blimp? What's the Brotherhood of
Hey, Arturo.
If you're thinking safety, a long-range rifle lets you stay in cover.
I'll think about it.
No problem. You know, a shotgun's great insurance against raiders, but I got a lot of options here.
Let's see what you got.
Feel free.
Mm-hmm. Nick.
Where's your son? What happened?
I didn't make it in time. Kellogg was working with the Institute, and he gave them Sean.
The Institute? Oh, boy.
I'm sorry, friend. Truly. That makes things considerably more complicated.
He ain't kidding. Heck, Nick's a synth, and even he doesn't know how to get in.
No synth does. Security protocols strip those memories out.
I need to find a way.
I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people.
Where the Institute actually is. Oh.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Man like that would have had access. In and out.
Yeah, but I'm guessing...
He's dead, Nick.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
I was so blinded by anger. I just wanted him dead. Now look what I've done.
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Goodneighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind...
I hope you're right, Nick.
Let's see.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secret...
Actually, I think I already have something. Kellogg had this thing attached to his head.
Cybernetics, huh? We may have just won the lottery.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or...
I have to go to the Memory Den either way, if I'm gonna introduce you to Amari.
Uh-huh. I'll head there on my own.
All right,
Sure.
Don't worry. We're gonna...
well, you two are out. I'm gonna do some...
Hey, Piper.
You know, the Institute has a lot of enemies. The Minutemen tangled with them once. The Railroad still does. I've even got some notes on these new guys. The Brotherhood of Steel.
That Brotherhood airship is hard to miss.
The Brotherhood of Steel doesn't do subtle. From what I've heard, they take whatever they want. Especially if it's high-tech. They just might have the muscle to give the Institute a run for their money, but they're... Let's just say they have their own agenda.
Tell me about the Minutemen.
You know that group you They used to be a volunteer army.
You said something about the
Supposedly... The only thing...
I should get going.
All right.
Piper.
Heading my way?
Let's trade.
This is what I've got.
Uh-huh.
Heading my way?
Sure, let's go.
Will do. You chilly? It seems chilly.
Every piece in here is worth...
Myrna.
Remember, I don't serve synths. Supplies are just for humans.
Let's see what you got.
Everything you need.
Heard you read.
Valentine. Good work.
This shouldn't play games with me, huh? Ain't personal, just you or me.
Get warmed up over here!
Lucky hit.
Whoever's making that smell needs to seek medical attention immediately. There's something you need?
That's it.
tear of foul.
Loctite.
You chilly? It seems chilly.
So you're back. I take it you got what Overseer McNamara was looking for.
Obviously. Why else would I be here?
All right, smartass. I'm opening the door. Overseer McNamara and myself will meet you at the entrance. Oh, and behave yourself. You start any trouble, we'll toss your ass right back outside.
Just do the best with what you can. That's all I'm asking.
Fine, I'll see what I can do. But you and I both know we can't keep going on like this.
Sorry about that. As you'll soon see, we have a few maintenance projects underway. Gwen McNamara, Overseer. Welcome to Vault 81. Here, we pride ourselves on having maintained a successful vault over these past 2 centuries. We'd like to be completely self-sufficient, but there are certain resources we can't provide ourselves.
I'm impressed you maintained a successful vault for so long.
Thanks. I owe it to the Overseers before me, but some here would disagree. A few believe opening the doors to the Commonwealth was a mistake.
Interaction is a good thing. The Commonwealth is improving.
So I've heard. But it's still got a long ways to go. That's why I like to use a give-and-take system. If outsiders are willing to help us, we're willing to help them. Speaking of, if you're ready, I can take those fusion cores from you.
Of course. Here they are.
Thank you. Dr. Pensky will greatly appreciate these. Now, I have work to do.
Ma'am, what about his friend here?
I'll allow it. Security is already extra mindful as it is. If he's lived this long in the Commonwealth, I'm sure he's chosen his friends wisely. If you need anything else, I'll be in my office.
No signs of radiation. Impressive.
Hey, Ashes.
I got 2 words on what I expect out of you.
Ashes, where you
Best behavior.
Careful, outsider.
Damn it.
Pardon me, officer.
Never had an incident on my watch, and I don't want to start today.
If you want a good meal, see Maria at the cafeteria. She'll hook you up.
We keep the vaults safe.
Hey. Hey.
What can I do? You look like you could use a pick-me-up.
I was just wondering where you and I stand. Is everything all right between us, Piper?
Well, it's awful nice to be traveling with someone who's got their head on straight. So, I'd say I'm good.
Oh, nothing.
All right.
Hey, mister, are you really from the Commonwealth? Yes, I am.
I knew it! Hey, I can show you around the vault if you want. Just 5 caps.
That's not necessary. I can find my own way around.
Oh, you're no fun.
I'll head now. Wait up for me.
Again? But I need your
Hopefully 81 will quit her fussing long enough to give us folks a decent break.
You haven't needed my help.
Hey, Calvin.
Sorry, new guy. Not a lot of time to talk right now.
Aaron and I can just wait. You're gone more than...
I'll be quick, I promise.
Ha! We'll see about that. What can I do you for?
So, there's a lot of upkeep going on right now.
Hell, you could say that again. Old 81 here, she's a straight-up wreck. Pretty solid for a while, easy enough to keep up with her needs, but in the last few years or so, damn, she got feisty. Been going through tools like they were going out of style, so if you got it.
Sure, you got yourself a deal.
Stupendous. One less thing to bug the Overseer about. Anyway, here I am running my mouth when there's work to do. Sorry I can't talk longer, stranger.
Mm-hmm. Calvin.
Hey there, you got some tools for me today?
Yeah, here you go.
Perfect. Keep an eye out. We could always use more.
Dr. Forsyth is asking to see you when you have a moment.
Sorry about the maintenance. It never ends these days.
Huh?
You must be that new traveler Gwen let in. It's always nice to see a new face around here.
Nice place you have here.
Why, thank you. Mark and I try to keep her tidy. If you need any food for the road, or just feeling hungry, our menu isn't quite...
Sure. Not today.
If you say so.
Another new face in the vault, eh? What is it we're needing now, fella?
I gave some fusion cores to the Overseer.
Fusion cores? Huh. Must be for something high-tech. I was hoping for a crate of mute fruit myself. The people here, they're a bit overworked these days.
I'm sure she's doing her best.
I know she is. She's a smart gal. Well, I best be getting back to it.
If you want a good meal, stop by the Sunshine Diner Tugport.
It must be rough living out there.
Thanks, Horatio. I love it. I didn't think I'd ever make it in with the hours I've been working.
But you did, and now you look completely refreshed. Just remember, a couple months and you come back and see me. Off with you. Get some rest.
No promises there, but I'll try.
If you want a new look, stop by my salon sometime.
Hi, how are you?
Calvin's always looking for tools. I heard he'll pick caps if you got them.
Welcome, welcome. I hope I'm not being presumptuous, but I'd like to ask you a favor. Would you mind donating some medical samples, even just a blood sample?
Why do you need medical samples?
It's for my research. The people of Vault 81 have been genetically isolated from the Commonwealth for many generations. I'm trying to determine what the genetic variation is between the two populations.
Sure, you can have some blood.
Excellent. Just have a seat, and I'll draw some blood. Sit there. This'll only take a sec. There. Hardly hurt a bit, eh? Thank you. This will be a great help. Now, I need to get these prepared immediately.
that wanderer from the Commonwealth. I'm Rachel. I assist Dr. Forsyth with his medical duties. Are you sick or injured?
Actually, I need some supplies for the road.
Great. Let's take a look.
Looking for a meal? See Marie. She runs the Sunshine Diner in the atrium.
If you think you may be able to lend a hand, talk to Calvin. He may have a job for you.
hold up there. First time in Good Neighbor? You can't go walking around without insurance.
You better back off, or you're the one who's gonna need insurance.
Well, hey, all right. We'll just say your insurance is paid up for now, okay? Hey, hold up there. First time in Good Neighbor? You can't go walking around without insurance.
Insurance. I'm listening.
That's right. Insurance. You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
Time out. Someone steps through the gate the first time, they're a guest. You lay off that extortion crap.
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new man.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Oh, why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You all right, brother?
I'm fine. Thanks for taking care of him.
Good. Now don't let this incident taint your view of our little community. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Yeah, I feel you.
Good. You stay. So long as you remember.
Hey.
Brotherhood of Steel. Better stay out of Good Neighbor. All I'm saying.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying
Excuse me.
that becoming
Oh,
peaceful.
new face walks into my store, and you're not even screaming yet. Very polite. You let me know if anything catches your fancy.
Did you say something about people screaming at you?
That's right. Some newcomers have never seen a ghoul before. Can't handle a friendly face, so you need some supplies?
Ghoul? What's a ghoul?
You're looking at once done what?
Wait, you're 220 years old?
Okay. It's more like 270 years. But don't go blabbing that to everyone. Being a ghoul means you live a long time. You stop counting birthdays. Do you know what it's like being that old?
Actually, I do.
Well, now you're just making fun of me. If you were as old as I was, you would have been around since before the war. So let's hear it. Come on. Tell me what the world was like before the war if you're so ancient.
I had a beautiful house, white picket fence, and a lawn with the greenest grass you'd ever seen. It was peaceful.
It was, wasn't it? Sorry. Last thing you want to see is an old lady tearing up. Well, you're either the most well-preserved ghoul I've ever...
It's the truth. All of it.
You know, if you haven't already, well...
Not looking to buy right now.
You rush in, you rush out.
What's up?
You're blocking my light, man.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Let's get...
In case you're wondering, the Diamond City radio signal comes in loud and clear here in Good Neighbor. And then Travis...
What, you dry? Head over to the third rail.
Well, Mr. Valentine. I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt. Here for Amari? She's downstairs.
Irma.
Whatever you and Nick are up to, I don't need to know. Just don't let the big metal softy hurt himself, all right?
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma.
Hey there.
Good Neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders.
I hear you.
It's rough in the best of days. You ever listen to the Silver Shroud?
My family and I used to listen to every new episode.
You mean when they first aired? How? The last broadcast was hundreds of years ago.
I was in cryogenic storage for a long time. I only just woke up.
Oh man, that's amazing! You're just like Mr. Abominable from episode 83.
Wasn't he... a caveman?
Yeah, that's the one. They found him in a nice... Boy, if you just woke up. The world these days must take some getting used to.
It seems like people are finally rebuilding, and...
Maybe in some parts.
Right.
What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun? I got a plan to bring him to life. So we can fight bad guys and give...
Good on you for trying to make the world better.
I've heard crazier plans to do it.
I just have to do something, you know? I've built my own custom machine gun. Even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show.
Sure. As it happens, I already have your costume.
There she is. Pretty as the posters. The Silver Shroud costume herself. And memorabilia, too? You're something else. Together with my gun, everything's all set.
Here you go.
After all these years, the Silver Shroud is born again. But there's just one problem. I'm just not Silver Shroud material. I could be Rhett Reinhardt, or his butler, Jarvie Blake. But the Shroud is strong, capable.
Come on, don't sell yourself short.
I got a better idea who should wear it. You up for being the Silver Shroud? You already got your own origin story and everything. What with the cryovault and all.
Looks like I get to be the Shroud.
The costume and gun are yours. So you patrol Good Neighbor's streets, and I'll call in any crimes on my radio station. Here... Some calling cards, I guess. When you dispatch justice, leave them behind. That way, everyone knows the Silver Shroud has returned. Time to fight crime!
Blue, you got a minute?
Sure thing.
Just... what you said about Nat. I've been going over it again and again in my head, and... what you said was right. Family's too precious. What kind of life is she gonna have if I never go near her again? It's just... sometimes it feels like the only things I've got in life are Nat and the paper. Having someone I can count on, someone like you, it's meant a lot to me. Not a lot of people want to hang around with the nosy reporter.
Quit pitying yourself. You've got a home, a job, your sister. Things aren't that bad.
No, you're right. I just never expected it all to cost so much. I mean, when I started the paper, I just wanted to right the things I thought were wrong. And when Nat and I first got to Diamond City, there was a lot of wrong. Crooked guards, lousy infrastructure. There was a hole in the exterior wall that was patched over with a bookcase. One bookcase. That's it. I started the paper more as an act of desperation than anything else. Turned out I wasn't the only one who wanted things to change. After the first couple of editions, people...
Sounds like you really cleaned up Diamond City.
Well, a lot of things got done.
Uh-huh.
When that first edition hit the stand, people didn't want to talk the way they used to. Seemed that overnight I'd gone from being Piper, friend and confidant, to Piper, the nosy snoop. A lot of folks, they haven't...
You can count on me, Piper.
I know I can. You're not afraid of me like everyone else. I was sure that the paper would be the best thing I ever did in my life, but being here with you now I don't know. I've needed someone like you in my life for a long time, Blue. I just never expected I'd actually get them. So thank you for being the friend I can count on.
It sounds to me like you're interested in becoming more than just friends.
Oh, I mean, well, I'd be lying if I said I never thought about you that way. Not that I'm always thinking that way. It's just, Blue, I'm loud and pushy and constantly getting in over my head. Why would someone like you ever want someone like me?
You don't need to be flawless, Piper. You're perfect for me.
Perfect, huh? That's a new one. Well, well, I think you're perfect too. Goodness, Blue, I don't know what to say. You're everything I could ever ask for. Come on, let's not keep the world waiting.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
We need your help, Doctor. I need the memories from a man named Kellogg. But he's dead.
I know it's asking for a miracle, Amari, but you've...
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think.
Uh-huh.
We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive... He'll act as a host.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way.
Remember,
and she protected me from Dad.
These memories as Kellogg. This may prove
that cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole. People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it.
Let's keep
gone.
looking. I'll connect you to the
I mean,
next
you
intact
may
memory.
think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on that petty bullshit or next job.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
First synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them. You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute,
Getting warmer.
but I figured
One of these has got to
they
tell
were
us
just a
something.
convenient boogeyman for anything
running out of
bad that ever happened. They were
Oh,
real,
there's
all
one
right.
that looks mostly intact.
They didn't know anything
Connecting
about
them.
operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. Wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. I never knew why we didn't just
found another
refreeze the
intact
rest
memory.
of them.
Whenever you're ready.
But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready. Okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes.
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track.
You're right. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea?
If we need to find Virgil?
If you're going to go.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Remove the implant while you were...
The Memory Den's not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
Hey, Irma.
Oh, enjoying yourself in Good Neighbor? It's a heck of a town, ain't it?
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Amari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
I'll see you around, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
Sounds like Ellie needs to talk to us. We should head back to the office next chance we get.
Hey.
What? You look like you could use a pick-me-up.
I was just wondering where you and I stand.
Honestly, I feel a bit guilty. Why should I get so lucky when so many folks have it so hard? But other than that, I'm great.
Your thoughts?
You know, you are some kind of dedicated. I wouldn't want to share a beer with Kellogg, let alone a brain.
That's all for now.
Sure.
Shoot the fat. Now, I know you all are doing your own thing, but I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy, glad you could make it. How's my favorite girl doing? Didn't I see you on a date with Morowski the other day?
Huh, he wishes.
All right, we're getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. What matters. We freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
The Institute and their synths.
That... That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some jet. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lardhead. But stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
None of us!
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor!
And who's in charge of Good Neighbor?
Hancock! Of the people, for the people!
Now, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my time.
Hey,
a flying ship.
No judgment.
How's a silver shroud costume?
Ain't that a kid's show?
Hey, no judgment. But ain't that a kid's show?
Hey.
Peace, brother.
Calling all Silver Shroud fans. A once-in-a-lifetime announcement. The Silver Shroud returns and he's gonna clean up the streets. Everyone heard how Wayne Delancey murdered Miss Selmy and her kid over a few lousy caps. Death is coming for you, Wayne.
Galaxy News Radio. Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, a slaying in Scarlet
What's with the
Square.
fancy duds? Looks expensive. Might be I found a new
down
friend.
this alley.
Well, well, well.
You listen to the radio?
Looks like
Someone wants
got
you
lost
dead.
on the
You
wrong
threatening
side of
me?
the tracks.
Are you threatening me? That's your last mistake, asshole. You mess with me, you're dead.
I'm just meeting a friend. Yours, perhaps I'll just call him. Now, if excuse me.
Not so fast, fancy pants. Your wallet and that snazzy briefcase you're carrying. Hand them over, now.
I most certainly will not. Do you have any idea who...
Oh, jeez Louise. Why'd you go and do that?
'Cause he could have made us, that's why. You want to spend another stretch in the pokey? Now, let's see what's in this fancy case.
Friend of the show, Jerry, is here.
Is this thing on? Hello? Hello?
It's on. We're recording in here. Aw, man. Great. The Silver Shroud's dispatched justice already. Miss Selmy has been avenged.
Shit, the Shroud off Wayne? Wait, so this guy's actually for real?
Oh, you better believe it. So, Jerry, go on. Tell the listeners about what we're talking about.
Right. So AJ, you know the chem dealer by Bobby's. He's doing good for himself.
Holy moly,
Says he's got a whole new market. Kids.
Oh no.
Even with his garbage
It's
chems,
coming
he's
for
just
me.
raking in the cabs.
You hear that? Sounds like the Silver Shroud has another bad guy to deal with.
Why? This Shroud guy, he's gonna muscle in on the chem trade now?
No, he's gonna do something about it. AJ's selling the kids, and his chems have killed people.
And? I don't get it.
AJ's
We can't let
Hey
AJ
there.
kill kids.
Hey, look at the
Don't be a
clown.
sap.
This is
Whatever.
my turf, clown. And I don't appreciate what you call 'em's trespass.
Galaxy News Radio.
Peddling poison to kids, are we? Today, you face the Silver Shroud.
Who you say? Oh, for Christ's sake. We can't put you up to this? He keeps moaning about the poor little kids. What the hell, right? Tell you what. I'll pay you, let's say 50 caps just to shut up about it. And, maybe get Kent off my back. All right?
Stop selling to children, a miscreant, or face my wrath.
Board up the windows because we're putting you out of business.
Screw you.
Tracking
Waste
our
the
dear
fruit.
Mayor Murphy.
You just...
So he wasn't here in some kind of official capacity.
Hardly. Here, let me show you. The contents of the late mayor's case.
Leases and deeds from most of the businesses in Scarlet Square.
Indeed they are, my intrepid investigator. It would seem our mayor involved in a rather crooked case. He was here to meet with some other mysterious malefactors.
Why? Tell me, and you may yet live.
Best listen to my...
The Silver Shroud's bringing justice to Goodneighbor. You bad guys better look out. And now, a special update. The villainous assassin Kendra was recently spotted at the third rail. The same Kendra who bombed Little Joe's shack and killed 4 innocent drifters. If you want to see the Silver Shroud in action, stay near Whitechapel Charlie. The Shroud's sure to interrogate him to find the evildoer's whereabouts.
Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent.
Hancock says newcomers are.
That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode in the parlor of mysteries.
Jasmine.
Make way for paying customers. You look like one of them wankers from the posters.
This can only be the den.
You look upon the Silver Shroud. I seek a miscreant named Kendra.
Shroud?
But you're sick with fever
Nothing.
and still
Kendra is not one to be trifled with. People associated with her have a habit of being found face down in a ditch. If you're set on meeting her, for a fee it can be arranged.
No, dear.
It is not wise to stand between the Silver Shroud and righteous justice.
I knew of the mayor's mystery.
Justice? Look out for the blighters she's got with her.
I followed him to that fateful meeting with Fat Faye. I was about to...
Attention! Silver Shroud and Mistress of Mystery. This is Chief Corcoran of the Boston Police Department. We know you're in there. You are in connection with the murder of Mary Murphy. Come out with your hands up.
It would seem that our leaving the scene of Scarlet's slaughter was terribly timed. Incurring the wrath of Boston's finest is an unfortunate and unexpected annoyance.
Unexpected by us, maybe. But perhaps not by Fat Faye. I'm starting to see into his twisted plan. Damn this gunshot wound.
Another special update. No, it wasn't Bobby No-Nose who offed AJ and his goons. It was the Silver Shroud. See his calling card if you don't believe me. Now's our time, listeners. Justice is coming to Goodneighbor. You'll see.
Galaxy News Radio.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud.
Come on, Dollface. It's right through here.
Aw, gee, Polly. I ain't never been in a secret gangsta hideout before.
What the? Paul, you dumb jalope. What's the big idea? Bringing a dame into our hideout. Into my hideout.
Now relax, boss. She's all right. Ain't you all right, Wendy? Cindy? Yeah.
It's Candy. And yeah, of course I'm alright. I'm just a young, dumb girl in love with a handsome, dangerous man.
Ah, brother. All right, the skirt can stay, but close that door. Last thing we need is...
The Silver Shroud, infiltrating your nefarious lair.
Holy cannoli! It's the nightmare of night! The deceptive detective! The dark dick! Paul! Light him up! You would do! That's no normal name!
Quite right, custodian of criminality. For I am not Candy, captivating of the pen. It is I, the mistress of mystery. I have clouded Polly's paltry perceptions to gain access to your den of depravity.
Sorry, boss! I had no idea!
Your mistake is our game. Death has come for you, evildoer, and I am its shroud!
Okay, listen. Whatever you want, Silver Shroud. I'll do it. Just don't kill me, too.
Pathetic and predictable when faced with fear. The cocksure culprit.
You must be Kendra.
And you're the crazy one in the costume. Wayne Delancey's killer. You have no idea who you're dealing with. I do.
You have taken your last life, villain.
You stole my line.
When evil walks the streets of Boston, one man lurks in the shadows, shielding the innocent, judging the guilty. That guardian is the Silver Shroud. Today's episode, Into the Robot's Den.
Hey.
That's all of them. Fat Fahey's mobbots have been sent back to the mechanical hell that spawned
Something I can do?
Yes,
thoughts?
my caller companion. And no, robotic hellspawn they were, but not
Your
Fat
thoughts?
Fahey's.
Hard to believe
For he
I'm roaming
himself
with my own
presented
pre-war
the
relic.
facts. Someone else is actually...
the master of
That was all I had.
All right.
You're right. But who? Dearest mistress of mysteries, you and I have battled Boston's rogues gallery for years. This is someone new.
Certainly.
Nice.
But which criminal culprit has the technological know-how to construct such clockwork calamities? I don't...
You don't know anything? Yeah, right. But I do, see? And I'll tell you too. On one condition. By the shadowed streets of Southie, one of the mobbot's heads is still talking.
shall I?
Use your blade of Bastet to free the Mabot's head from its now destroyed body. Do it.
Ha! Sweet freedom! Thanks, Dollface!
Good neighbor, huh?
Now tell us.
You're looking to get stoned or
Another
stabbed?
headliner. Hancock seeks a special meeting with our hero, the Silver Shroud. Whatever it's about, be careful, Shroud. We're all with you.
Galaxy News Radio.
You look just like Sam, too.
I'm sure as hell didn't have to. Seems that you think they can replace people with sense in this town? They got another thing coming.
What am I gonna
say? Silver Shroud. Today's episode, The Mechanist Unmasked.
Dangling over a pit of fire. Reminds me of our adventure against the Chelsea Mingler, mistress.
Indeed, stalwart Shroud. But that mouth...
A new player and good neighbor. Hello, little pawn. Welcome to our fun and games. You ever tried chess? Sometimes you need to sacrifice a piece to keep the game going. Keep that in mind.
Guess what someone tells me? Some costume freak is operating in Good Neighbor. And the kicker is, it ain't me. How should I feel about this?
This neighborhood is ill. I am the cure.
You're priceless. Like the Silver Shroud himself walked out of a comic book into my den. Just priceless. You've been busy scaring people, bashing in a few faces. I respect that, so far. But I gotta ask, one freak to another, why the getup?
Many have sought to pierce the shroud, to no avail.
You just don't stop. Stay you, pal. The lowlifes you took out all belong to the same asshole. And that asshole's planning some old-fashioned revenge on you. You dig? Fortunate for you, I want Sinjin to take a dirt nap. He's taken 2-bit Raider outfits and made them scary. Small fish now, but if left alone...
He will be judged for his crimes.
Trust me, he needs a lot of judging.
Sure.
Got a lead on 2 of his own. And Northy is just running scared. Just keep piling those body bags up until you find the location of the big guy himself.
Sinjin thinks...
Don't get killed. You deal with Sinjin, and I'm inclined.
We didn't get to the top of this town by playing fair.
Blocking my light, man?
Hi.
Sweet Pip-Boy, brother. You hold on to that.
You sticking around, you join the crew. Here, Hey, Cleo.
I hope you're buying. Even a girl with an arsenal full of...
Uh-huh. What are you?
I'm a woman.
Oh, of course you are. It's just... all those metal plates. You're a robot, right? A very womanly robot?
Designation, Assaultron. Runtime conclusion. Robot enough for you?
Let's see what you have.
Each weapon
Yes?
Excuse me.
So what's your story? Looking to trade? Rob me? Or just ask directions to Diamond City?
Let's see what you've got.
I have a little bit of everything.
Hey, Carla.
Back again? Time to do business?
Seems to be growing well.
This place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, I think we can really make a go of this. Trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of a target we become. What we need is to get some defenses set up.
I'm on it.
Ah, thanks.
Hey, Sturgis.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better at night knowing we have some defenses set up. It's been a long road.
I was glad to help.
Well, I appreciate it. Of course, you know you're welcome anytime. My door's always open to you. Windows, too. Some of the walls actually come to think of it. I guess I better get back to it. Take care now.
What do you say? Will you be the leader that the Commonwealth needs?
Will you rebuild the Minutemen?
What makes you think I can do this?
You saved us and conquered. There wasn't anything in it for you. You had your own problems to deal with, but you did it anyway. That kind of selfless...
No, I'm not your savior.
I get it. But one day...
Lucas.
My armor saved many.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
My prices are firm. Haggling gives me...
Thanks for your help fighting them off.
I was glad to help out.
I can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened? Anyway, we appreciate the help.
Sure. Let's trade.
Sure thing.